Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Janelle Slade.
And I'm Jay Cohn. Well, it's been a day of fires across the Magic City, keeping Billings fire crews busy from early this morning to this very hour. Here's video of the latest fire at a business on Moore Lane just south of the Laurel Road. That business, Linrich Seamless Siding Windows and Doors. Smoke still visible from parts of that building as crews attack from inside the structure. That fire first reported just around 8:30 this evening. Q2's David J is live at the scene. David, what can you tell us?
Well, Janelle, Jay, the firefighters are still inside the building. We just talked with Battalion Chief Jason Lyon, and he said that they're still trying to knock down the fire. They first started out on the right side, the north side of the building, going in the door there, cutting some of the metal door away, and then the firefighters took the hose inside. Tried to put that out a little bit from that side. You could see the smoke on the outside start to go down while they were doing that. A little bit later, they went out on the other side, opened the door on the left side or the south side, and went right in there and tried to get that out. But we do hear from the battalion chief that they are still trying to knock that down. They also had the ladder truck. They took a look from the top, but actually didn't send any water down into that. So a lot of firefighters still on scene. They have, I believe, about 5 or 6 engines out here. The road here on South Moore Lane is closed off out at Laurel Road. Have it closed there, and as well as a portion here on the other side. So we're just a little bit north of Amen Park and the soccer fields here at 510 South Moore Lane. But the firefighters are still going in there. They also brought some more mobile air unit in here to help out the firefighters. So it sounds like they may still be out here for a little while, and we'll get that information from the battalion chief as soon as he has that. That is the latest from out here. Jay and Janelle, back to you.
Q2's David J live from the fire scene at 510 Moore Lane here in Billings tonight. Thank you.
And we can tell you can check for updates on KTVQ.com and, of course, tomorrow on Q2's Montana This Morning.
Earlier this evening, flames that ripped through a Billings West End home caused an estimated $40,000 in damages. Here's a look at the scene there. Billings fire crews responding to smoke and flames coming from the garage of this home in the 2500 block of Lewis Avenue. Crews were able to get that fire mostly extinguished by around 5:30 tonight, but not before the fire caused heavy damage, including, you saw there, the homeowner's vehicle. The cause of that fire is now under investigation. Early this morning, 3 vehicles and a boat went up in flames within a couple blocks on the Billings north side. Q2's Samantha Harrelson has the latest for us now on what investigators say is a case of arson. Sammy.
Jay and Janelle, initially the Billings Fire Department responded to a vehicle fire around 4:20 this morning. It was while they were responding to that call that a firefighter noticed heavy smoke coming from another location just about a block away. By the end of the hour, the department had 4 separate fires on their hands, 3 on 10th Avenue North and the 4th on North 23rd Street. The combined property damage from the fires, about $75,000. Some of the folks I spoke to said they've grown used to vandalism in the neighborhood, but this was different. The Milligan family learned their car was burning just feet from their camper and their home when firefighters knocked on their door early this morning.
Well, while it was going on, I'm pretty calm about things. I'm ex-military. I work in the oil field. I've been trained for lots of things, so that was all pretty calm. It's the aftermath afterwards. It's frustrating, like the insurance not being fully covered as you thought you were, and realizing that this is a total loss for us, and we'll just have to figure it out. Hoping that people do get punished for their crimes. Would be nice to know that that's going to happen.
Now, as Jay and Janelle mentioned, police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 245-6660. Jay and Janelle.
Thanks, Sammy.
Well, from fires to flooding, a South Billings neighborhood still dealing with flood issues due to the record flows in the Yellowstone River.
City workers were out to check it out today and say the storm drains are doing the best they can. However, with the high level on the Yellowstone, the water is backing up into the ditches and onto the streets. This is a view of Cambridge Drive this afternoon between King Avenue East and Interstate 90. According to neighbors there, the basements in some of the homes are flooding. The water on the streets also making it difficult just to park and walk in the neighborhood. One neighbor tells us this is the worst flooding he's seen in that area in more than 20 years.
The rain actually drained out, but now with the rivers being up so high, it's pushing back all that water back up into our subdivision. Obviously, you got to drive through it, you got to walk through, you can't park on the street. I would say it would probably be up another 2 feet is where it's been. It's the worst I've ever seen it since the '96 thing.
Now, the city's also in the process of repairing a culvert near Jackson and King Avenue East, but that project is not affecting this area near Cambridge.
More information tonight on a former Miles City teacher now charged with raping a 15-year-old student 6 times. Miles City School Superintendent Keith Campbell says 38-year-old Morgan Pett was placed on paid administrative leave immediately after school administrators learned of the allegation in January 2017. In a statement sent by a Billings attorney, Campbell says he was notified that Pett had inappropriate communication with a student over a weekend and was put on administrative leave Monday and then resigned about a month later following an investigation. The superintendent says Pett never again appeared before Custer County High School students. Court documents state the encounters with the teenage girl stopped after Pett's wife found text messages and nude photos of the girl on his computer. Now, Pett was charged in April 2018 and extradited from Alaska to Custer County this week, where he's held on $500,000 bond.
Montana U.S. Senator Jon Tester has made working with President Trump a big part of his re-election campaign so far. On the other hand, the White House hasn't necessarily returned the favor. MTN's Mike Dennison tonight brings us more on the story.
Senator Tester has been a key Democratic player on 2 big bills this year: the VA Mission Act to reform the veterans health care system and the bill easing federal regulations for smaller banks. He and his Senate Veterans Committee staff co-wrote the VA bill with GOP Chairman Johnny Isakson, and Tester was only one of 16 Senate Democrats supporting the banking bill. Yet Tester wasn't invited to the signing ceremony with the president on either bill. Instead, Trump invited Montana's Republican U.S. Senator Steve Daines, who did support both measures.
The Mission Act is an important step forward, and I'm proud to have helped get this bill across the finish line and on to President Trump's desk.
The VA bill passed the Senate 92-5 and was signed by the president last week. The Mission Act seeks to bolster the troubled VA health system, including steps to enable private care when care at a VA facility isn't available. Matt Kuntz of the Montana Office of the National Alliance on Mental Illness says an important change is raising the reimbursement rate for private doctors when they treat vets in smaller towns.
The big deal is, can the veteran get care at the end of the day? And without a reasonable provider reimbursement rate, the answer is no.
He also says Senator Tester is clearly a central figure on veterans' health issues.
And that means that whenever something goes wrong, he's going to get blamed. But whenever there's a veteran that gets care and that gets the help that they need, he's behind the scenes making it happen.
Tester himself says the work isn't over and that Congress must ensure the VA carries through with the changes put into law.
We did our job by crafting this legislation, and now the VA must do its job and effectively roll it out.
As far as who gets the credit, Tester's office says he's a workhorse, not a show horse. But with the general election campaign now underway, you can be sure that claim will be put under the microscope many times over. At Fort Harrison, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thank you, Mike. In the November general election, Senator Tester faces off against Republican Matt Rosendale, Libertarian Rick Breckenridge, and Green Party candidate Steve Kelly.
2 of the most visible members of the Trump administration are planning their departures.
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders and Principal Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah both heading for the exit. That's according to sources inside the White House and close to the administration.
Sanders, who has become a confidant of President Trump since the departure of former communications director Hope Hicks, has told friends she plans to leave at the end of the year. Shah is also considering his exit, but has not yet settled on an exact date.
Switching gears to the weather scene, looks like a wet weekend ahead. A tropical system from Mexico might just affect us here in Montana. Meteorologist Ed McIntosh in for Bob tonight and here to explain it all for us, Ed.
You know, a system named Bud doesn't sound all that threatening, but really, by the time we get through the weekend, as you take a look, that's not going to be, if you're looking for outdoor weather for the weekend, it's not going to be your buddy or your pal, as that system is going to continue to pump up quite a bit of moisture here as we get into the next couple of days. First, it's starting to already influence areas through the desert southwest, and as it starts to move up our direction, we'll continue to watch the potential for some heavier rain. Now watch the blue shaded areas. It shows shows where we have the potential of some heavy rain, especially by the time we start getting into Friday. That will continue on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. Closer look with the forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Stick around.
All right, thanks so much, Ed.
Well, up next in tonight's Money Watch report, we're going to break down the specifics of the new farm bill that passed out of the Senate Ag Committee today. We've got those details for you coming up.
And later, the World Cup is coming to America.
Then later in sports tonight, hard to believe Mark Estes couldn't even run 18 months ago. Coming up, we'll tell you how he overcame an injury to become a star.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Janelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.